Hello. So for this lab, I'll be going over the basically something that manages university students and courses. It's an API designed to handle that. So the goal was to build a system which allows, you know, database versioning and code organization. So um, for the database, I use Postgres, and then for the code, I use Go. So before writing a single line of Go code, I made the database schema using SQL migration files, and this allows us to track changes to the database over time. So my first migration was the students table. So we defined the students table using big serial primary key. I also added a check constraint to ensure that the year is strictly between 1 and 4. This optimizes performance, the index for faster searches right here. uh, right here. Hmm, okay. And yeah, that was my first migration. And then my second one was the courses and followed by the instructors. So the way I did this is separating the instructors from the courses um, by following normalization rules from our introduction to database classes. Also, the structs in the Go code matches these courses and course instructors logic. So first of all, the courses here, uh, it has course codes and credit requirements. Then the separate course instructors here. This uses a basically foreign key. It uses a foreign key to link instructors to the courses. This ensures that like a course is moved, the instructor records are like cleaned automatically. Yeah, references. Yeah. So I could show you the actual course instructors, courses, and students. Um, to test it out, I have put in a student already, so I could show you the table from it. Select all from the students table. So we have one here. Um, but I will go through the code first. So here I have my Go files folder, and yeah. So basically, my main Go here, I I initialize the connection to the database using a DSN, and then I made a connection pool with specific limits on open and idle connections. Basically, this ensures the application remains performant under under load. Then so wait, we were tasked to separate this big file into different files. So I will be going over each one of them, how I separated it. So next is my routes. Okay. So this routes.go file, it acts as the traffic controller. So it uses a serve.mux. It's basically maps the URL path to specific handler functions, clearing uh, clearly separating endpoints for students, courses, and system health, etc. These are my functions for the student and courses. Yeah. So in the students.go file, I implemented the CRUD operations basically. So every database request uses a 3-second context timeout right here. This is a safety feature. So if the database is slow, the request will fail gracefully rather than hanging indefinitely. Now, in the courses file here, the list courses function. demonstrates a relation query. Um, it fetches the core courses data and then performs a subquery to gather all instructors assigned to that. Select from course instructors where course code is basically here. And then the helpers file. These are our global helpers. To keep the code clean, I use JSON responses and errors that go right here. So the errors that go handle like errors, the 404 errors, or internal server errors. This basically ensures that every response from the API follows a consistent envelope format. So by separating the database migrations from the actual logic and then splitting the logic into many files, uh, I created the backend that is scalable and easy to debug. And then the server is configured to run on the port 4000, ready to handle incoming data. So um, we're gonna test it out here. We're gonna run a new terminal. Okay, let's give it some time. Okay, we're gonna go into our Go Files folder. Oh no, Go Files folder. And then we're gonna go run all the files in this folder. So we run all the files because we put package main on all the file headers basically at the start of the files. And yeah, this allows it to this allows Go to make sure that like it understands all of these separate files as one big file. Okay, so we have the port running on 4000, the server running on port 4000. Then we can test it out. So first we're gonna get the health curl HTTP dash localhost, I believe localhost, yeah. And then on the ports, then we're gonna get the health. So database, we can reach our database, and on the time, it's basically tells us that yeah, we can connect to the database, and I'll get the scripts for the curl in a moment. But first, we can test out the students. We can check out if we have students, and then it's gonna return the student I had in the database here. As you can see, that means it is connected. Now I'm gonna get the script to add a course now. Okay, so here are my um curl code curl things. So I have my host student here. Now I use these already in testing, so I will change the data. Um we can add year 4. Oh no, year 4. Year 4 computer science. We're gonna add Antonio Pizza. And yeah, we should see this in our huh? Ah, I see. Okay. Curl command not found because of these. Well, it should work now. Yep, we created Antonio Itza. Then we could check it out on our database here. So we could select all from the students. As you can see, Antonio Itza is here, and the rest of my tests are also here. Um, Now we can test the get all function. Could get all the students in it, and yeah, all my students came back. All right, now we continue down the line by getting a specific student, and then it should be John Doe. Yeah, we got a specific student. Well, we can also update. We can update a student. and copy, paste. Yeah. So Alice Smith, program software engineering, and yeah, we did update. So we should see software engineering in our database here. So Alice Smith was computer science before. Now we could get Alice Smith. Now she is in software engineering. So my updates are working as well. Now we can do what we can do here is a curl delete from our database. This will delete John Doe, and yeah, it does not return anything. It does not return anything in the body because it was just a delete. There is nothing to return. But if we see here, John Doe is no longer. What's that? CS2. Oh no, a code. This is wrong code. I think it should be. Hmm. Internal server error. What is my internal server error? I mean, something in my database, right? Okay. Introduction to title credits enrolled 30. So instructors. Let me get my database in courses programming. So CS2 enrolled 25. Oh, so 3 credits and 25 enrolled. I'm just trying to push enrolled 30. We're creating something that's already there. Okay. So we're gonna skip this one because we already have that with the same code. But maybe we could change it and then credits. We could change the code maybe and then it should work. If not, we just move on to the next because we already have something similar to this. Introduction to programming. I missed it. No. Okay. We could do computer science bachelor's degree. Okay. So I think it should run, right? Should run. Yeah. So it was just the code that was messing us up. Um, hmm. So if we select from courses, yeah, introduction to programming. Now we can get a list of our courses using this curl command right here. Then yeah, we have our stuff, all our courses. Now we have 3 more tests left, and this is if an endpoint is not found. I think it should work. Where phone page not found? Yeah, page not found. Then we could do this. We could do the bad data since we're only restricting it to 4 years. We could try putting this bad data up, and I have tested it already, so it should not work. We could do 9 years. So if we run it, yeah, says invalid year must be from 1 to 4. So this is my demonstration that my API does work. We did the migrations, the code, then we split the code, we tested the code, and all my stuff works. So yeah, that is my video.